of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, item number 3, can I have an acceptance of the agenda?
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion to accept the agenda.
Support.
Okay, I have a motion by Councilwoman Cross, supported by Councilwoman Winton. Is there any discussion? If not, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All opposed say no. Motion carries. Item 4 is a motion to approve acceptance of the minutes of the meeting held November 4th, 2020, and dispense with the oral reading.
Motion.
Support.
Okay, I have a motion by Councilman Remick, supported by Councilwoman Croft. Is there any discussion? If not, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All opposed say no. Motion carries. This now takes us to the mayor communications part of the agenda. Mayor Solers, do you have any communications tonight? Okay. Okay, this takes us to the regular part of the agenda, and we'll start with item 6.1 is a motion to approve S.C.I. floor covering low bid to install new flooring as listed in the bid at the Taylor Police Station for an amount of $168,000 plus a 10% contingency for an amount not to exceed $184,800. And this is funded through TBA Capital Outlay and Police State Forfeiture Fund.
Motion.
Support. Okay, I have a motion by Councilman Remick, supported by Councilman Johnson. Is there any discussion?
Mr. Chair, I do. Is this a replacement of old flooring that has not been replaced in quite a long time? And is it and whereabouts in the police station is it?
This is council evening. How's everyone doing? This is the entire police station, second, first floor, all flooring. Majority of it is definitely past prime. Some areas probably were done roughly 7 to 10 years ago, but those areas have worn because I don't feel they installed the correct product. So this will correct that issue also.
Is this just like a tiling or is it floor?
If you read through the spec, it's multiple. There's carpet, there's LVT, so the application will fit the area. Office spaces would be the carpet. Your higher traffic areas would be the heavy milled LVT.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Is there any other questions? If not, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All opposed say no. Motion carries. Item 6.2 is a motion to approve establishing a 2020 winter special assessment roll for the purposes of collecting streetlight charges at an amount not to exceed $1,291,663 per attached documents.
Motion to approve.
Support.
Okay, I have a motion by Councilwoman Cross, supported by Councilwoman Winton. Is there any discussion?
Mr. Chair, I have a question.
Sure.
Is this throughout the whole city and does this include the Beach Daily new lights also?
To the chair, yes, it does include all of the districts, including the Beach Daily, the new district. That's
All of
going
them. All right, thank you.
Yep.
Okay, is there any other questions? If not, all those in favor say yes.
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 All opposed say no. Motion carries. Item 6.3 is a motion to approve establishing a 2020 winter special assessment roll for purposes of collecting accounts receivable charges at an amount not to exceed $50,800 per attached documents.
Motion. Support.
Okay, I have a motion by Councilwoman Winton, supported by Councilwoman Croft. Is there any discussion?
Mr. Chair,
Councilman Mazzara.
I was going over the ones that we approved at this time last year. I don't remember if you did these for us or if Jerry was still doing them. I noticed that last year we did this item, we did streetlights, we did drains, we did alarms, and we did ordinance. I noticed we're not doing one of them. Is that a mistake, or are we changing how we're doing things? What's the difference between last year and this year?
To the chair, so for this year, for the 2020 special assessment year for the winter, we are no longer collecting the court fee on the winter bill. From what it was been explained to me is that the court is independently collecting those fees. So the file that we would usually receive from the court, we aren't collecting through the special assessment district for 2020.
So we're gonna continue to do this one,
Correct,
but the court is gonna somehow establish their own collection process, or
correct.
have they told us how they're going to do that? Or I probably shouldn't be asking you this
Yeah, I
question,
was
but
gonna-
I don't know how much you know about it. I was just kind of comparing the amounts last year to this year's. You pointed out that street lighting went up. I noticed that, drains are a little bit different. Those sort of fluctuations make sense. I just was kind of caught off guard by the complete absence of one of the 5 that we approved last year.
Mr. Chairman, yes, the court is, they're gonna collect these independently, but they're going to go through the lien process. So rather than, placing these debts on the tax rolls, they're going to go through the lien process where construction liens will be placed on the properties in place of the former process. So, I think there may be some statewide changes that triggered that. I'm not 100% sure, but, some of that communication came through the prosecutor's office.
The prosecutor's office.
Yeah.
Maybe not a question for you, but a construction lien versus something that would eventually turn into a tax lien, there's obviously a legal difference there that allows us to pursue how we're going to collect that debt.
My mistake, it would be a tax lien. I said construction lien, I was thinking about something else. It will be a tax lien.
Well, I mean, in terms of just putting it on the taxes, which eventually would become a lien if the taxes don't get paid, I'm not clear on the difference between what we used to do and what we're gonna do going forward.
So I think some of the board ups and cleanups and things like that will come through the same process that we've always followed. Some of the normal just ordinance violations, those will now be placed, there will be liens placed on the properties, and the court will collect the ticket revenue directly from that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Councilman Ronick?
Is this in reference to the changes in the court because of this questionable about doing something, placing those on taxes?
Mr. Chairman, I can't answer that question. I don't know that answer. I just know that about 6 months ago, they made a change in the process that was finalized maybe 2 months ago.
Okay, real
So
quick.
the process that we followed has been the same process we followed for 20 years or longer, as long back as we could find.
That's why it stood out to me. Like I said, I just pulled last year's agenda to compare the amounts and thought maybe it was a mistake that we only had 4 instead of 5, so I didn't realize such a change was taking place. What are you referring to?
I'm referring to a possible issue in reference to a questionable assessing that the courts have done or adding things to the city. And I know there has been a complaint filed with the state over that. I forgot it. I should have brought it and give it to you. I just got it today.
Specific to Taylor, or you mean statewide?
Specific to Taylor right now,
Okay.
yes. I just got it today. I was able to research and found it today.
I don't have any kind of complaint that's filed. This is, the process will not go away. The obligation to the property owner will not go away. It will just be collected directly and/or liens will be placed on the property. So when they go through the title search, they will not be able to close on those properties until the debts are paid to the Taylor court.
Last year it was about 123 grand, is for point of reference,
Just for that one item.
for the one item.
But that'll still be collected, like you said, it's just a different avenue.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. Is there any other questions? Okay, if not, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All opposed say no. Motion carries. Item 6.4 is a motion to approve establishing a 2020 winter special assessment roll for the purposes of collecting an amount not to exceed $212,048 in county drain charges per the attached documents.
Motion. Support.
Okay, I have a motion by Councilwoman Winton, supported by Councilwoman Croft. Is there any discussion? If not, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All opposed say no. Motion carries. Item 6.5 is a motion to approve establishing a 2020 winter special assessment roll for the collection of false alarm accounts receivable charges not to exceed the amount of $5,400.
Motion.
Support.
Okay, I have a motion by Councilman Remick, supported by Councilwoman Croft. Is there any discussion?
Mr. Chair, I do.
Sure.
Do the residents and the businesses get charged an additional fee if it's not paid by the 30 days, by the 60 days, 90 days? Is there an additional amount that they're charged? And is the residents that are getting charged false, that's for their homes, correct? False alarms?
Some of them are businesses and some of them are residential homes, and I have the breakdown if you would like it, with me actually, I went through and looked, but it is, if it isn't paid within 60 days, the additional fee gets added on as it's broken down in the form, but the total is the total amount being added to each individual parcel for the
So
special.
it's 60 days, they have 60 days, not 30, right?
And you know what, it says 60 days on here, I'm provided this file by I don't wanna misspeak, so I'm not sure.
I was just curious if they get charged, the increment. Okay, thank you.